Alright, RQ1 students, the last video we went through and we created a custom countertop. What we're going to do now is we're going to set up our base cabinet plan and a wall cabinet plan. Even though we haven't set up our wall cabinets yet, we're going to go through that. Before that, we're going to set up some plans. So the first thing that we're going to do here is over on the right hand side, we have our floor plans, level 1, level 2, site. In level 1, we're actually going to right click this, we're going to go to duplicate view, and we're going to duplicate it. Creates a level 1, copy 1, and what we're going to do with this copy is we're going to name this, so we're going to right click on it and rename it, and we're going to name this our base cabinet plan. So just our base cabinets and some of our ground appliances are going to show on this. So to do that, what we're going to do is we're actually going to kind of remove other elements that we don't necessarily need. So we're going to go to the custom countertop. You can right click on it and you're going to go to something called hide in view. You're going to hide the element. So now you can see here that we actually hid that custom countertop in the base cabinet plan, but it's actually still here in level 1 floor plan. So even though it's still there, just one plan shows it, another one doesn't. We're going to do that by getting rid of our sink as well. Hide in view element. We're going to go to this other countertop, right click, hide in view element. So at this point all we have, and let me just get rid of this, we don't need that yet. What we have here is just our sink base, our range, and our oven over here. So, and this needs to get bumped out just a little. There we go. So we have everything here, and we also are including this little filler piece. So if we actually look at our 3D view here, everything is still there. You want to make sure you place in this little filler piece because the cabinet doesn't go all the way to the wall. So make sure you select that, and if you need to know how large this is, the width of it is, the width of it right here is 2 inches. So if you have yours at 2 inches, that means you're doing your cabinets correctly. So let's go back to our base cabinet plan. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to label out each of our plans. So that's where you're going to get out this little handy dandy drawing sheet, kind of what I told you to set in there, and you're just going to create each one of these labels. It's very quick, it's pretty fast. You're going to get the idea as we go through this that this is what you're going to do for your wall cabinets as well. So up here on our tabs, we're going to go to the Annotate tab, and we're going to select text, and then we're just going to draw out a rectangle. Now when we do the text, it's going to probably default to 1/4 inch, and that's going to make something really big, so you'll see that in a second. So I'm first going to start with this corner cabinet, and that is a base 36 Lazy Susan. So you can see here it's pretty large. Once I click outside of it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to text, and I'm going to switch it to 1/8 of an inch. So I'm going to make sure you click it, and that we set this to 1/8 of an inch. Then I'm just going to kind of change the Now I'm just going to change kind of where the location of it is. So kind of right in the middle of the cabinet. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of copy this all the way through for the different portions. So I can copy that, I can paste it, and I'm going to bring one right over here. I can double click to edit it, and this is going to be our base 15, D for our drawer. I'm going to grab it, kind of move it right there in the center. And you can use your arrow keys as well to get in the correct position. So I'm just going to kind of move a few more over. This right here is going to be our sink base. So this is going to be our base 24, SB for sink base. I'm going to move another one over. Double click on it. This is going to be our dishwasher. Even though it's not a cabinet, we're still going to label it out. And we'll move this over to here. And I'm trying to keep these lined up as well. You can see there I accidentally went into that. So this will be the B18. I move one down here. And this is our B15. We're going to label this as well. This is a refrigerator. We can make this nice and simple. This would be our REF refrigerator. You don't necessarily need to label the range or the oven. It's pretty simple. But at that point, you now have your base cabinet plan. You have everything labeled out, and that'll make it easier for any kind of finished carpenters to come in and know where cabinets go, where to start from, and be able to read your drawings.